But first, J. Paul, our director, let's meet our very first special guest, and she's a first-time visitor to this show, very distinguished, Honorable Dr. Mary Rittling. She's president of Davidson County Community College, and we are so glad that you could be here.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Welcome.
It's a pleasure.
And you started out as a nurse by profession.
I did.
How in the world, how did you become, why did you want to become a nurse originally?
Well, I had an aunt who was a nurse, and she had a great influence upon me, and it was, just the right profession when I was starting out. That's what women did. You know, they became nurses or teachers, and I became the nurse, but it was the right thing for me.
Well, how has that background in being a nurse, and being caring and compassionate and professional, how has that helped you in being a president of a college?
Well, I think it's really given me the opportunity to really see the sense with my students and what's happening in their lives. And you kind of pick fact from fiction, and you stay focused on what's the most important thing. And so a lot of things cross my desk, and a lot of experience with students cross my desk, but you tend to sort it out a little bit.
You're a good caregiver, but you're also a good detective, aren't you?
I am. I'm very good at it, and I enjoy what I do.
The campus, I'm going to use the word generally, has multiple sites now. Why is that, and where?
Well, Davidson County Community College actually has two campuses. It has one in Lexington, North Carolina, and one in Mocksville. And one is considered the big campus, which is the Lexington site,
right.
and the campus at Davie is one of our smaller campuses. We offer the same types of programs on the Davie campus, but at a smaller scale. And then we also have 3 satellite sites.
No, is that the Link thing? What am I?
No, that's a new campus.
What is the Link campus?
The Link campus is really an outcome of an event we had at a donor's home. And on the main campus in Lexington, we were running out of space. And I was sharing that to a group of citizens at an event and told them we were running out of space. And that we probably had the opportunity to build one more building on the Davidson campus, but we didn't know what the future was going to bring. Well, it just so happened at that event, a gentleman was there, Ed Hinkle, and he said, I have land. How much land do you need? And I said, well, we've done a master plan, maybe 40 acres would be great. And he says, well, why don't you come and see me tomorrow? And the next day I went to see him. I also met with his sister, and they gave us 183 acres of land.
No, they didn't.
They did, directly across on Business 85 from the campus.
Oh, man.
And so we are believers in community college education, and he's a believer as well, and his sister.
Great community support, which leads me to the next question, which is community partnerships. How have they worked to your advantage, especially as it relates to trying to prepare people for the job market?
Well, the partnerships are essential. I mean, we have to have partnerships not only educationally, but also with business and industry. And by having relationships with various businesses in the community, we're able to reinvent ourselves. So if you look at what's happened in Lexington and Thomasville and the loss of the furniture industry.
Devastating.
Terrible. 6,000 people losing their jobs in a short period of time. We had to re-engineer what were going to be the new economies. And in order to do that, we had to make a collaborative relationship with business and industry to do that. So as a result of it, we've introduced a number of new programs on the campus, including advanced manufacturing and robotics and different kinds of programs around logistics and transportation.
Logistics are really a good job market for that now,
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely. And especially in our relationship with the Piedmont Triad and what's happening with the FedEx Hub, and also working with some of our fellow community colleges, such as Guilford Tech and Forsyth Tech and others.
We had you here today out of the good graces, too. We always want to have you on the show, but the good folks at PART suggested it as well because they're big into wanting to pick the brains of officials around the area like yourself and say, what is the value of regional transportation right now, given the overcrowding at schools and running out of space and the gas prices going up and all those things combined. I mean, how do you stand on regional transportation?
Well, PART actually comes to our campus and picks up our students and our faculty and staff, and it's a cultural shift for our communities to really see public transportation. But now with the prices of gas going up, I think that that's going to be a valuable asset to our community, and particularly as we grow and we see changes happening on the Link campus, which in the next 50 years is probably going to be as big as the campus we currently have. Yeah. I see that being an integral part of what we're going to do.
And simply put, you can't advance if you can't get to where you need to get to.
Absolutely.
So, I want to give up a website, www.partnc.org, for various schedules, and take advantage of the bus routes and van pooling and all sorts of things, and www.davidsoncccc.edu is the website for the college. Will you come back and see us sometime?
It'd be my pleasure. You come and see me.